Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy P Funk Thinking Right out here in the lab. Put the book down. I got a little quick lesson I want to get to you people because I'm hearing a lot of misunderstood information about some that I know a little bit about. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. I give you a message and a story for life. I give life lessons. You tune to receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. It's personal. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's my mission. And it's rhetorical. If you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. Yeah, that's what I do. A person who knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know, spiritual sleep. I'm going to awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Maya, be true. I hear a lot of talk about sacrifice. God wanted Abraham to sacrifice his son. All this other God sacrifice. Stop. The definition of sacrifice, right? Talk about it, right? Then let's talk about sacrifices are not what you think. That's all. Let's talk about it. To sacrifice something is to give up something or someone that you love and you can't or don't want to do without, to make the sacrifice for the good of relationship. Fellas, you always what? Let the wife win. Take the high road, so to speak. When you give, when you let be, that's sacrificing. When you don't do what you want to do, that's sacrificing. When you stop doing whatever you want to do something else, sacrificing. Okay? Fasting, sacrificing. Bettering yourself, self-improvement, you're going to have to make some sacrifices. Relationships, friendship, sacrifices going to have to be made. Your decision, your call. Now, if I do something for myself, I do it daily, okay? My workout, my study program, and not doing that, okay, will not work for me. Why? That's a sacrifice I'm not willing to make. Some sacrifices I'm not going to give up what I know. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, understand that. Again, choices. I'll let you know mine. I ain't going to probably making my choices. But if you are asked to do something that you really don't want to do, okay, that's sacrifice. To give up something for the betterment of the situation, hopefully the situation, whatever it is. But when you do that, that's the sacrifice. If you're not willing to do that, that's selfish. Those kind of people end up alone. Just saying, okay, don't worry. In life, you learn sacrifice is different for each and every one, just like God. Every individual has the right to make their own decision of what they're willing to do or not to do, for whoever they really want to do it for or not do it for, to make a difference. Everybody has their right to make that decision for themselves. And it's different for everyone. We all have things that we don't want to give up. Simple. Question is, how much is it worth it to you? Simple. Okay? That's sacrifice. Not human sacrifice, not killing somebody, taking somebody. All that nonsense. And it's all ritualistic anyway, symbolic. Sacrifice means to give up something. When you fasting, the Muslims do Ramadan. They all make the religious sacrifice to fast during the day. That's the sacrifice that if you're Muslim, you're willing to make that sacrifice. That's all. They ask you to give me your firstborn, all that nonsense, but you will give up the things that you would normally do for what's good. Ramadan, I get it, I understand. There's not a problem with none of that. Again, sacrifice is just giving up something that you normally do, and if you gotta give it up for somebody else or some other situation, that's your decision to make. All right, but it means giving up something that you like. Okay, not somebody's life or human sacrifice. No, stop with that. Animal sacrifice. No, God asked nobody to kill or sacrifice nobody in his name. So stop the nonsense, please. If you're in a marriage, sacrifice is a way of life. What's the phrase? Happy wife, happy life. If you're not sacrificing to make wifey happy, your life ain't gonna be happy. Get the concept? Trust me. And if you're gonna be married, relationships, friendships, whatever you're in, you're gonna be asked to do or go a little, beyond, and that's gonna be your decision to make. Simple as that. My whole thing is I will sacrifice for the betterment. If the sacrifice I make is not respected, not adhered to, appreciated, I'm not going to continue to make sacrifices. Simple as that. That's my choice. That's my philosophy that I stand on. Simple as that. Okay. But in a marriage relationship, it's a what? It's a two-way street. It's got to go both ways. No, it's got to go like anything else. It's got to go both ways. Sacrifices are made by all of us when daily. But when you perform your rituals, it's all symbolic to remind you or to stay in the brain of a particular situation, circumstances. That's what they do in rituals for that purpose. Sacrifices we make by the decision that we live by, stand on our principles, our morals, whatever you call them. But that's what you have to worry about. Now, I raised Masons from the dead level, aka ignorance, to the living level of what? Knowledge of self. Same thing, same concept, symbolically. And I hear people talking back in the day, if I tell you the secrets to Mason, I got to kill you. And people, no, symbolically, yeah, but they're not listening. They ain't trying to hear none of that. So it ain't about that. Okay, again, misinterpretation. I got to die to learn about masonry. Pretty much, yeah. Die of ignorance. That's what we're going to kill off. But it's all symbolic. We always, a lot of us, misinterpret a lot of symbolisms. And we symbolic messages about everything. I watch the Christians misinterpret a whole lot of Christian symbolism there. They just got it wrong. It's over 2,000 years. Come on, man. You really got this thing wrong. Jesus did not go to heaven, body and all. Ain't happening. Didn't come back to life after 3 days. Impossible. Walk water, can't happen. So those things are all symbolic. Okay. But if you understood the esoteric meaning of things that's been taught to us, then you will have a better insight and understanding. A lot of times we see things that a Masonic emblem. You see this, you think what? He Egyptian. No, this is me. I'm conscious. I know who I am. This says I'm a student of philosophy that I teach and I practice. Moving on. But inside information, esoteric information is the best information. Why? Because it serves you. You the one who will benefit from it. It's called self-knowledge. Humans make their own sacrifices of the flesh daily. If you're into pleasures of the flesh, you're going to make a bunch of sacrifices just so that you can what? Fulfill your personal pleasures. That's what's going to happen. And when you give up what you usually do for someone or something else, that's a sacrifice. But if you have a hidden agenda, that's not sacrificing. Okay, that's a big difference. Big difference. Okay, understand the difference between the two. And most of your egoistic, selfish people, men and women alike, most egotistical men and women, listen, will not make the sacrifice. They will not give up anything for anyone but themselves. That's how you can recognize those kind of people. If they're not willing to bend, they're not willing to give, they're not willing to, go, leave them alone. Simple as that. That's the best advice I can give you. You can't change them. Stop thinking they are who they are. And understand this, right, thinkers. If somebody show you who they are, don't argue. Observe, understand, move on. If I know it's the right thing to do, I will do the right thing. I will make that sacrifice knowing I'm doing what's right. That's what sacrifice is all about. I'm doing it for a purpose, the right reason, hopefully so that it can work out for the betterment of somebody else's situation, not mine. Okay? But if you need me, that's what I do. Simple as that. You don't owe me nothing. I ain't looking to get nothing. So understand that again. Understand that when you make the sacrifice, you made that decision. But if you want to be happy, we all do in relationships, sacrifices, need, to be made by both parties. Again, that's the old give and take. Sometimes you got to give a little. Sometimes you got to take a little. But if you want it to work, that's what you do. That's why you sacrifice for the betterment, for the improvement. Right thinkers knows all y'all should understand how and what to sacrifice. Why? For the betterment of themselves. That's the whole purpose. Sacrificing for something that's negative, that's wrong, that's not going to serve you is not a good sacrifice. That's not good. Always for the betterment. Michelle Obama, high road. But high road, get used to it. I make sacrifices in my daily life. What? To get things done and to keep what? Happiness. If you ain't willing to sacrifice, you're going to be happy. And understand this. I willingly sacrifice my time daily for you, my right thinkers, for the purpose of helping others to what? Know themselves. That's I say. I do what I do for you. This is for you. I make sure I get what I need to do so I can give it to you so you can do what you need to do. What? So you can also know you. All right? And I teach a life-changing philosophy. Why? A changed minds. And in order for me to do that, I have to make sacrifices in my daily studies, my routine, and how I live. It's way of life. Again. But if I can sacrifice my time to enlighten, inspire, motivate, educate you daily, and you won't sacrifice your time to get it, we don't have nothing in common. I understand. Do you? And I continue to do what I do for those who want what I do. But the purpose of anybody's sacrifice is to give of yourself for the betterment of yourself and hopefully somebody else. Not just yourself. Most people only going to sacrifice if it's something in it for them. You know those kind of people? They call themselves family and friends. Just want to let you know they come in all shapes, sizes. But the purpose, again, for sacrifice. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. See, I teach it. Okay. Now, so if you sacrifice your time to get my daily lessons, oh, I'm hoping I make it worth your while by putting together something that's worthy to be listened to and practiced. That's my job. That's what I do. And the purpose of daily sacrifice is to give you what? Yourself, give yourself for what? The betterment for somebody else. Give. In order to receive, you have to give first. If you think you're going to receive before you give, you got the wrong idea. Don't work that way. Wrap it up. I appreciate you tuning in. Oh, this ain't take too long. Let me wrap this up. And Pastor said, it don't take long to tell the truth. Just want to make my point. Let's wrap it up. Appreciate you tuning in. The sacrifices are symbolic of giving up things that you love, hence his son. If he willing to kill his son to prove his allegiance to God, first of all, I don't want to serve that kind of God. Okay, and I understand the concept, but that's not a good test. Moving on, this my philosophy, my concept. Okay, now if you like being an a-hole, okay, selfish, egotistical, not a good person, and it's a lot of people who take that route and live their whole life satisfied, but in the end of their physical life, they all go through hell. Okay, moving on. That's what not sacrificing and doing for nobody else gets you in the end. And if you were sacrifice your bad behavior, that's self-betterment right there. Right there. If you know you're not a good person and you continue to be that person, that's all on you. And you deserve whatever you get. Simple as that. But in life, and yours ain't no different, mine ain't either, if you have to always be willing to sacrifice, that means give to what? What's the word? Oh, excuse me. You have to give in order to receive what? Blessings. You ain't blessed by accident. You're blessed because you earned something and did something for somebody else. That's what he recognizes. D's, aka IRE. Personally, I will never physically harm, aka sacrifice any human being for no reason, no way, no how. Symbolic or otherwise, ain't happening. What? I have self-knowledge. I know better than that. That's why. Okay? Well, you never say never. No. I can say never. Simple as that. Moving on. Wrapping it up again. Appreciate you tuning in. Understand this. I will always. Now, I just told you I will never. Now, I'm telling you I will never. But I will always symbolically sacrifice if it's what's right. I will do whatever I need to do if it's right. Whether I like it or not, don't make a difference. I'm going to do that. Well, that's how I sacrifice. That's what you do in life. That's to make it right. If you're not willing to make a sacrifice for what's right, what's the purpose of making a sacrifice, period? That's a lesson. Hope you got it. Hope you enjoyed it. Just want to make my point. So hopefully now you know a little bit more about sacrifice, okay? And in closing, may you all right thinkers live to be 100, me, 100 minus that day. So I never know my right thinkers who understand sacrifices and passed away. I'll be right back.